Hi, I'm no one in particular. I'm just a meerkat. I love stubborn Joshi wrestling, so I asked my community from across my socials to comment a 90s Joshi match, and I add those matches to a roulette wheel like a Mayu Iwatani, and I named said wheel Wheeler.
Everybody stick around because we're going to have some fun and look at this ring.
Oh, it's the Thunder Queen Iron Women Tag Team match from 1993, cross-promotional JWP versus AJW. Let's go. July 31st, 1993. The number one song in America was UB40's Can't Help Falling in Love. The number one song in the UK was Pray from Take That. The number one movie during the week was Clint Eastwood's In the Line of Fire, but Jurassic Park was still dominating throughout the summer. Notable releases, however, was Robin Hood, Men in Tights, one of my favorites as a child. Exactly 4 months ago, actor Brandon Lee famously died on set of The Crow, and exactly 3 months later, actor River Phoenix would overdose. In wrestling, the WWF champion was Yokozuna, the WCW champion was Big Van Vader, the women's championship was still vacant, but Alundra Blaze would begin her quest to revive the division after touring in Japan later that year. Speaking of Japan, the IWGP World Champion was the Great Muta, the AJW WWA Singles Champion was Aja Kong, and the JWP Champion was Dynamite Kansai. And this was a special cross-promotional match between AJW and JWP, the Thunder Queen Battle in Yokohama. The main event was a milestone Thunder Queen Iron Women Tag Team match, 60 minutes, 4 against 4. Wendy's 4 for 4, and it's fantastic. Team AJW was led by Aja Kong with Kyoko Inoue, Takako Inoue, and Sakai Hasegawa. Team JWP was led by Dynamite Kansai with Hikari Fukuoka, Mayumi Ozaki, and Cutie Suzuki. Big names all around. It's a long one, so let's get right into it. The match starts with Sakai Hasegawa vs Hikari Fukuoka, where they waste no time going full speed in an hour-long match. Fukuoka scores the first small package on Hasegawa, and quickly AJW is behind, and the match barely started. Mayumi Ozaki faces Kyoko Inoue, and look at Ozaki hitting DDTs after DDTs, and Kyoko just not giving a single shit. Western wrestling fans would have a heart attack. Kyoko is phenomenal at communicating her moves to the crowd in anticipation to where the person in the nosebleeds can understand the situation. She tags in Takako Inoue, no relation, and Ozaki tags in Cutie Suzuki, one of the earliest Goblin Joshis. The respect, the slap, and the fucking German. And then Inoue comes back with a tombstone, and then hits a spinning tombstone for just a 2 count. And if this was today, Bully Ray would have a heart attack from his stupid self. Cutie with the goblin stomps like. Back and forth counters and counters. Inoue just cannot put this goblin away, so they both tag out to Aja Kong and Dynamite Kansai, and immediately Aja like. She manages to score the 10 count for a point for AJW. That's pretty wild, actually. These two just beat the living shit out of each other with strikes and chops and slaps and just full ham out on each other. There's this awesome moment where Kansai applies the abdominal stretch on Kong, and she just lifts her ass up and tosses her outside the ring like she's a gnome creature. Then just power drive Dynamite not once, but twice to Aja Kong, and still Dynamite won't lose twice to Aja Kong, even after eating an ugly backdrop driver. After Aja Kong puts Kansai on the top rope to murder her, here comes the interference. Oh, these creatures! Just all-out war now. Inside, Aja Kong misses the big elbow. Kansai tags in Cutie Suzuki, but Aja Kong catches the goblin and tosses her down. Hasegawa splashes, and then Aja Kong murders the cute one with the elbow. Now Cutie will suffer from Team AJW, but a mistimed dropkick allows Cutie to tag in Fukuoka. Rematch happening from the beginning of the match with Fukuoka versus Hasegawa. Then Inoue versus Kansai. Then in comes Ozaki. And some bonking on the head. The tags become so frequent that eventually Kyoko comes in to help. Hasegawa tags in and gets the shit kicked out of her by Dynamite Kansai, who drops her down for a pile driver. And then Kyoko versus Ozaki, and honestly, this just breaks down to pure stubborn Joshiism, where it's banger after banger, stubbornness after stubbornness, Joshi train after Joshi train after Joshi train, and Aja being Aja. And then really Aja being Aja and refusing to let go until JWP goes in to beat some ass. No, Aja still being Aja. And now Ozaki is just getting destroyed. The JWP home crowd is starting to build some hatred for AJW, and the reactions are fantastic. Kyoko and Kansai delivering a loud reaction to their back and forth encounter. It's fantastic, it really is. And then Cutie like. And then gets tossed around by Hasegawa like. Then Kyoko gets a taste of AJW's own medicine, and Kyoko's faces are absolutely pristine. The action is just non-stop in this match. That's the most remarkable part of the match for me. It's just how much action from the pure stubbornness we get. It would absolutely blow any WWF match out of the water during this time. It's insane. Aja Kong in particular is such a monster in this match. Such a big boss woman showing her dominance. You can really see how Aja Kong found her niche in wrestling and never once looked back to this very day. Just look how evil this power driver is. Each of these women are having their moment to do cool shit. Every one of them are memorable and deserve the praise this match received from David Meltzerman. Every time AJW interferes with the pin, the crowd goes absolutely livid. The bruises and physical toil become evident on the women, and oh hi cutie special! Aw Mizuki. The crowd explodes for the extended cradle roll by Fukuoka, and the kick by Kyoko roused the crowd as well as this visual of the bleeding face of Kyoko. JWP then murders Kyoko with a senton, the stomp, an evil stomp, and then the moonsault by Fukuoka, but Team AJW saves her from the pin. Here's a spot you'd see in a Young Bucks match today. The match completely breaks down into Bonkersville. There's diving, failed diving, suplexes outside onto nothing. Dynamite Kansai goes to finish Hasegawa off, but this push is both brutal and effective and pisses off the crowd. This is such a great example of how special and different and just one of a kind this era of Joshi was, because you do not get wrestling like this today in Joshi. With this intensity, movement, how fast it goes, how many times they are Germaned, dropped on their head, the fake outs and constant yelling and screaming, and the finish only to be saved. A big splash mountain bomb from Dynamite Kansai finally puts away Kyoko Inoue for the 3 count, tying the match up for 2-2. The match slows down. As slow as this match will get, allowing to get a great shot of the damage done to Kyoko. If there's one thing you can argue, is the lack of coherent logic behind this match beyond Wild West bonkers shit. But personally, I think it's far more impressive that they managed to remain at a speed of 11 the entire way without any massive screw-ups. This was appropriately a war between 2 promotions, and a war is what we absolutely got. And it's a gift, people. There was even a series of great moments where Zaki just gets slammed by the top by Aja Kong 3 times in a row, and on the 3rd time, Dynamite Kansai barely saves the match and has this face of, oh fuck. Oh, thank God. There are numerous close calls that it's impossible to recap them all without being monotonous, but it's all excellent stuff. Like, check out this sweet counter from Kyoko Inoue. Down to the wire so we get the loudest reaction thus far. Inoue with a suplex and a kick out by Ozaki. And then the reversal into the suplex by Ozaki leads to a 3 count buzzer beater to give Team JWP the victory over AJW. All these acronyms, my God. There's nothing else to say other than this was absolutely deserving of the 5-star rating from Dave Meltzerman. It's something audiences probably haven't seen before, and it's still something that modern Joshi don't even do these days. And this is 1993, people. 1993. Legitimately, one of the top Iron Man matches ever done in the history of pro wrestling. I've seen many, but this one is hard to top. Very hard to top. So what will Wheeler do for us next week, though? There are now 5 whammies on the wheel, so let's try to avoid spinning the wheel of unfortunate matches. Oh, it's Aja Kong teaming with Kyoko Inoue versus OCO in AJW 1997. I have never seen this match, so see you next Monday for my thoughts. You can always add to the wheel with a match suggestion, and I honestly forgot who already suggested, so you can just do it again. See ya! Thank you to all my Patreon sponsors, especially my newest YouTube sponsor, Joe Peacock. Thank you so much, Joe Peacock, for joining the YouTube sponsorship family, along with Luciano Eduardo 6795. Don't forget to comment on what type of match you'd like to see, and I would add it to the wheel. Also, thank you to my Patreon sponsors: Jeff T, Renee Valdez, Ace of Trace, Justin Stein, Tarrant, Dan Work, Kevin, MK, Raycon, Shiggy, Juggernaut Graphics, Eric Carries, I Want, Victim, Geo, Lay, Scott, Racer, Lil, Choo Choo, Tony Davis, Doggle Snake, Luciano Eduardo, Walkers 99, Jana Bullock, Joe Pro, Baby Boppity, whatever, Bowers, Josie Bar, Grizzle, Sailor Cosmos, Social Dog, CJ Vinehorn, Robert Watson, Bosco Chavez, Lord Jesse, Fish, Paul Darn, Pickle Simon, Brian Hernandez Torres, and Rio, the worshiper of rock. Thank you.